Just planted all of these, so they need water fast, pronto. Tomatoes, artichokes, parsley, lettuces, lavender, peppers, the hot types, pineapple sage, leeks, and basil. What the dill? Isn't that awesome? I'm seeing sour cream dip, stuffed baked potatoes, dill and carrots. I did a dish the other night. Oh, I didn't harvest any carrots. Might still need to do that. But yeah, I did some butter and dill on my carrots. And I boiled them lightly, and then I sauteed them in a pan and then roasted them. So freaking good. This is my dill baby. What's your name? Go back up into the plastic. I was worried for you for a moment. All right. Some carrots? Let's go find some carrots. So you can see I've been over here quite a bit. If you look at the rest of the row, it's pretty full still. But we have a unique way of growing. That's an oyster shell from back in the day. That was a good meal. But we have a different way of growing carrots. And so they're all clustered together, which is the opposite of what everyone tells you to do. But they taste really good, and it works. And just like the people here, everyone supports each other in their growing. Look at all these babies. They're like, we're ready. Get me out of here. A little rinse, a little packaging, and then they'll be in the farm stand. If I don't eat them all first. Last fall, a lot of ladies and I planted garlic. These are outdoor garlic from the fall season. They're all planted as cloves, and in addition to putting the cloves in, we also planted some cover crop, and it's my favorite mix. It's field peas and oats. So you see all the peas are starting to flower. The pods they get a little pithy, so it's not really the best texture for eating the way it is, but cows love them, other animals love them, and if you wanted to take the pods off and do that fun, tedious work, you could actually eat the peas inside. But in the meantime, it's fixing nitrogen and helping our garlic get bigger. So it's only May, we're at the end of May, but our garlic is looking really good, and it's being hidden by all of these gorgeous flowers. And it's doing a lot for our soil in the meantime, and we have not watered this at all. So whatever nature's doing is what's happening in this space.
It's beautiful.
Yeah. So now, and we're not ready for them to come out yet, but I'll show you some stuff in the tunnel that's been in there since last fall. You can see the difference in the timing and the size and the growth rate. So in here, it's getting pretty hot with some, we've got some spinach bolting. Here's an example of the oats when they are allowed to grow to their full potential. They're actually setting seed right now, which is wonderful because it's good for the soil. And these are actually edible. You can make flour in it, hence oat flour. But they also fix nitrogen, and they're really, really good for us. My chickens also love to eat them. So the garlic, these guys hanging out among the Swiss chard and the kale and the carrots and the beets are actually a lot larger than the ones we just saw outside, and they're starting to tip on the ends. Their tips are turning yellow and then brown, and they're starting to look like they're dying, right? They're fading into existence. And I get a lot of questions from customers or just gardeners in general who will say, I don't know what happened to my garlic. Like, it looked really great and then it was gone. It was like dead. And I'm like, all you have to do is dig it up and you're gonna find the magic underneath the soil. Because while it's dying on top, it's putting all of its energy into the bulb, which is in the ground. And so even though these are not quite ready, I can pull one up just to show you. Whoops, I didn't see. And if you do it like that without a pitchfork, you end up without the bulb. If I leave that bulb and I don't dig it up, then I'm gonna end up with having a bulb split and create multiple smaller plants. So at some point I'm gonna get in here. This is a garlic scape. These are already starting to scape inside the tunnels where the others aren't ready yet outside. This will produce a flower if I don't harvest it in time, but these are famously known for being delicious, and they're used and prized by chefs everywhere. Let me try the garlic pull again. So way down at the bottom, you've got this lovely bulb, and the roots are so deep, and it wants to come out. Now, it's not a huge bulb yet. It would get much bigger if I hadn't pulled it, but the garlic is delicious, and it's fresh, and it has not cured. And this is starting to create the sheath to protect it, that you often have to do a lot of work once you've harvested it to prepare it in the kitchen. This is why I call this lazy man's garlic, because now you can just cut right through and use it the way it is in all your meals. And technically, when these are in their prime form, like the ones outside, you can use all of this as well, and it emits that nice garlic flavor in everything that you make. Smell that. Yeah. Okay, well, I have to harvest some kale too. Oh, by the way, these are going in the crawfish pot this weekend. So exciting! Look at that baby! Woo! What a beauty!
Oh, wow. It's a beauty.
We ate one of these the other night too. This is called chestnut red, although it's not as red. It will turn red, but I just pulled it too early. But that's okay. So in amongst, some of these are weeds, but a lot of this is my favorite variety of kale called Red Russian. And it's known for its purple stems and its purple midribs. If you've seen our new stickers for the farm, you will see this similar design on the sticker that you can put on your car or your laptop or your water bottle. To me, this says spring all over it, but it's also used all year round here because it's incredibly versatile. And it is really good to make kale chips. It tastes really good by itself, raw, which a lot of people tend to steer away from. Like, people don't like to eat kale. Like, there's people that just have a strong dislike for kale because of its strong flavor. However, people who don't typically like it like this variety, especially when it's in its baby form. So my goal is to harvest an entire bin of this so that I can go into today's CSA shares and into the farm stand for the weekend. And the best part about it is I'll get some more cuttings out of it before it no longer produces what we want to eat or decide is edible. And it's gorgeous. Like, if I got married again, which I'm not going to, this would be my wedding bouquet. Kale. And then if you got bored during the incredibly long ceremony, you could just eat it while you wait for it to be over. So, this knife is really great. This harvesting knife, it makes the process of hand harvesting much quicker than if I were to take some scissors and cut every single stalk. It's a time saver.
There is definitely plenty there.
In the background, there's some awesome ladies harvesting weeds from our gardens and the other tunnels. The stuff that's gone to seed or set flower or just not needed in the tunnels anymore because of a texture change due to the hot weather coming. And the beneficiaries are the pigs and the sheep and the goats and the cows and the chickens and the ducks and the geese. So everybody's eating well today. Even the humans. Doesn't really get any better than this, does it? And we've already decided that this is all spinach that bolted, but we've been harvesting it all winter, and I'm letting it set seed, and it has an incredible amount of pollen. Like, you can see it on the leaves, like they're yellow, but on top of this is this like dust coating of yellow powder. And all of the little seed podules here are producing so that I can harvest them and replant. And if I let it go, like don't touch it again, eventually the plant will die and all of those seeds will land on the ground, and then I won't have to plant the spinach again. How cool is that? As long as I'm providing all the right conditions, of course. But the beauty of these tunnels is that we've been harvesting lots of green stuff all year round in here, all winter long, when you usually can't find anything green. We have it here. Which is very exciting if you love food.
There you go.
Okay. In the farm stand now.
Missing again.
Okay. So, this tunnel is in transition because, as you can see, everything is beginning to flower and it's all beginning to take shape. But this is a tunnel we've been harvesting from since, November, December. I'm harvesting greens, and all winter long it's been feeding a lot of people. So everything, just like humans, needs a rest. And so that's what's happening in here, is everything is starting to get to a point where it says, I'm done. I've done my work here. And it's producing flowers, and then it's setting seed. And actually I can see the seed pods on the arugula right now. So one of these is just super cool. Like, every single one of these pods has a bunch of seeds in it. And this yellow flower is just the topper. So it attracts the bees, gives them what they need for food, and also produces seed so that we can regrow the arugula.